What is going on, guys? Ultimate Dead Boy here, back with another episode of Franken Figures. This is basically just a new show that I'm working on where basically I just do the exact same thing I've been doing for the last several years and customize random figures and then showcase them in their own specific videos, just like we did with Michael Knight yesterday. So today we have his technical evil twin brother, Garthe Knight. Now, in the show, Garth was technically Michael's evil twin, but they were not related through blood. Instead, Wilton Knight, the person who saved Michael Knight's life, reconstructs Michael's face after his horrible, accident or whatever in episode 1, season 1. And he basically reconstructs Michael's face to look like Garth, because at the time Garth was in prison and nobody thought that his face was ever going to see the light of day again. So they basically said, okay, we're just going to reconstruct your face to look like my son's face. It's weird, but trust me, it makes a lot more sense in context aside from just that. So Garthe Knight was also played by David Hasselhoff through season 2, episode 1, Goliath, and I believe season 2, episode 16, Goliath Returns. And in both episodes, he was played by David Hasselhoff and wore a similar looking outfit to this. This is more reminiscent to his look from season 2, episode 1. And it was a pain in the neck to try to match everything up as best as I could, but I think for the most part I did a relatively good job with it. Look up some reference pictures. I guarantee you're going to see him in either a white suit and black shirt or a white suit and a black and gray striped shirt like what he has on now. So, and he did have a cane gun, which is exactly what this is. This is a cane that has a gun barrel on the end of it. So it is also highly accurate there. He's got the exact same boots as Michael did, because this way they both stand at the exact same height, since they are supposed to be the exact same person or actor. So this is why I said in my previous video that Michael had, or the bodies are, or the heads for Michael and Garth. In fact, I'll go ahead and pop Michael's off real quick off his neck. These two are the same actor, as we established earlier. Therefore, both of their heads had to be painted the same way to match the World Box body, Wolverine body specifically, that this is now on, or whatever. And I said the same thing with Michael when I did his video yesterday. His neck is so close to his head, and unlike with Ben 10, I couldn't fake it because it was a solid removable neck. This one is a fixed neck on top of the body, so it was already pre-attached, so everything had to blend in as seamlessly as I could. Now, in camera, just like Michael Knight, it's a lot more, the color mix match is a lot more exaggerated, but in real life, it's really not that bad. It's actually pretty damn close to the actual finish and look of the World Box body, but on camera, it looks significantly darker. It's really not that bad, like I said, in real life. Now, Garth, like we said, has the same exact body as Michael. It's literally the exact same thing. I have two of those. One is dressed up to look like Garth, and the other one is dressed up to look like Michael. Both of which have, like I said, have the exact same body, because it's supposed to be the exact same actor. They've got the same shoes, they got the same body, they got the same head, except one does not have the facial hair and extreme furrow brow that Garth does. And Garth is obviously wearing a black and white striped shirt with a white dress shirt or three-piece suit, whatever you want to call it, over all that. So the shirt was actually one of the easiest parts of this whole thing, which none of this was easy. So if you want to try something like this, use a smaller body, unless you want those exact Michael Knight / Garthe Knight proportions to make it look more like David Hasselhoff's physique that he had in Knight Rider, and also Baywatch, if you want to get really technical. But the broad shoulders on this, you can see how tight the white suit jacket is on the body, and that's with one press stud. There are 2 press studs on there for faux buttons, and I tried my best to get the white suit to button up all the way. I could only do 1 button because of how girthy and how, for lack of a better term, buff the World Box body that I'm using for Michael and Garth is. So if you do want to try something like this yourself, either accept the fact that the suit is not going to close up correctly, or use a slightly smaller body and have the same proportions. But like I said, this Wolverine World Box body or whatever is massive. It dwarfs the test dummy body that I used for, well, test dummy, Ben 10, and Clark Kent from season 9 of Smallville. All 3 of them have the same body proportions and because it's the exact same body. This dwarfs it both in height and in bulk, which is perfect because Michael Knight and Garthe Knight, since they're both played by David Hasselhoff, when he portrayed Michael Knight and Garth, he was 6'4". I mean, he's still a relatively tall dude, but that's 6'4", significantly taller than Ben 10, who's a teenager, and Clark Kent Superman, who again is supposed to be a young, iteration of Superman. He's going to be significantly taller. This is significantly taller than Ben 10 and the Blur. So they do look similar in height, but trust me, Garth and Michael are significantly taller than those 2. But anyway, so if you are interested in doing something like this, as you can see in front of you, it is doable. And that's exactly why I am making this Franken Figures show, is because if I can do it, you guys certainly can. Because I am terrible at stuff like this. Yes, I've gotten better at it over the years, but if you are a brand new, fresh, person or whatever trying to do something similar to this, or you have other characters or other figures that you would like to build and whatever, that's exactly what this show is for. And so that way, if it can show if I can do it, you can certainly do it. So it's more or less like an inspirational style show than anything. But I'm hoping that does make everybody who watches this show feel a little bit better, because I'm not good at it, as you can tell by looking at the faces of Michael and Garth. They're not perfect, but they're close enough to where I'm okay with it. And it's one of those, like I said, if I can do it, anybody can do it. You just have to have a little bit of time, a little bit of patience, and in this case, a lot of patience. So Garth's shirt is not actually a complete shirt. The black and gray striped shirt underneath the white suit jacket is not a real shirt. I mean, it is a real shirt, but it's not a real shirt, if that makes sense. So underneath his white suit jacket, I actually cut the sleeves off of the main shirt, and I just straight up cut them off. I cut them off at the shoulders so that way the shirt fit better, and the suit jacket didn't bunch up and just make him look overly, like a roided out rage monster. So then I cut those sleeves in half and tucked the sleeve cuffs underneath the suit jacket sleeves, so it gives it the illusion that it's a real shirt and a completed shirt underneath the suit jacket, but the suit jacket isn't actually the black and gray or black and whatever striped shirt that he's wearing underneath the suit jacket. It's not actually a real shirt. It's more or less a vest with faux sleeves that make it look like it's a real shirt. So that's an easy trick for those of you who are trying to do something like this and you're struggling with suits. That's the easiest and most professional way to try and get the suit to fit just right. Cut the sleeves off at the shoulders, cut those sleeves in half, and then tuck the remaining cuffs underneath the suit jacket sleeves, so that way it gives you the illusion that they're real sleeves, but they're not actually connected to anything. Another thing you can do is actually tape up the sleeve ends on the forearm, so that way when you put the sleeve jacket over it, you can just simply take some tweezers, get them underneath the suit jacket, pull them, and then just pull them out. And since it's taped to the body, you're never going to see it, and B, it's going to, move and flex and whatever with the body, and you don't have to worry about the sleeve cuffs falling off or, getting lodged underneath the suit jacket and then making the whole illusion broken. So, but anyway, so that's pretty much what Garth is he's just a typical kit bash. And Michael was the same way, but the difference between Garth and Michael is Garth's outfit is arguably more, not detailed, but it's more traditional, if that makes sense. So, or less normal, because Garth has the black shirt, the sleeve cuffs that come up underneath the suit jacket, and the white suit. Very simple design, just like Michael, but the difference between that is Garth's had to fit properly. Michael's was just jeans, a freaking red shirt, and a leather jacket. That was it. This is significantly a little bit more complicated than that, just again because of the suit and how the suit jacket didn't quite fit right, just because of the particular body that I decided to go with. So anyway, let me know what you guys think of Garthe Knight in the comments down below. Did you guys like it? Michael Knight or anything like that? Let me know down in the comments below, and I will catch you guys all next time. I do have another figure, another 1/6 scale figure custom video in the works, but it is going to be a significant amount of time before that video ever comes out, just because of how intricate and extremely detailed and extremely frustrating and all that other fun stuff that figure is going to produce, and everything else in between. So keep an eye out for that video whenever it does drop, because I am hoping all the blood, sweat, tears, and pain and everything else that I'm going to have to go through for that video will be worth it in the long run, because I get to do it twice. And it's not like this. This is a little bit different. It's more familiar to this channel versus Garth and Michael. I just did Garth and Michael just because they were my favorite characters, aside from Kit, growing up watching Knight Rider. Garth, I thought, was always just a fun villain that they never really utilized to his full potential. And Michael, he's the main actor or main character aside from Kit. So, what? Screw it. So, anyway, that is the first 2 episodes of Franken Figures. I hope you guys enjoyed the little intro at the beginning of these videos. So I'm hoping that this show is a big success and moving forward. Anytime I do custom figures and stuff like that, that intro will of course tell you right away, hey, this is a Franken Figures video, not a regular video. So anyway, let me know what you guys think of Garth and Michael down in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys all next time. Bye.